The arts programme within the hospital can include a whole host of things, from the exhibitions on Hospital Street to working with artists in residence. We'd also have musicians that are coming in performing and artists going to patients' bedside. Very often what we find is when they experience art here in the hospital, they take that with them when they go home. Around COVID, there was a whole host of things that all of a sudden we couldn't do anymore. It was such a massive learning curve, like for all of us. The first thing that you really notice when patients experience, especially live music, it rebalances them. It changes the atmosphere, it changes their perspective on things. It relieves a huge amount of stress. So it's very therapeutic in itself.
We have a fantastic arts and therapy programme here in the hospital. We would regularly have music and poetry and lots of different art therapy as part of our normal everyday life here in the hospital, and it does make a difference. There's great healing in the arts. Here in the hospital, our actual vision statement is people caring for people to live better lives, and that's one way that we can all do is through music, and we're very proud of the programme here.
I play the viola myself just as an amateur. I love it, my personal passion to hear live music. I haven't heard live music in so long. Because of the architecture here, it definitely drifts upwards as well, and people will be able to hear it. Transforms people in that space for a few minutes.
The kidney unit in TUH is the second largest kidney unit in the country. We look after about 370 patients who have end-stage kidney disease and who are on dialysis. Many of them dialyse through what's called a fistula, which is a specialised change to a blood vessel, which means that often their left arm is lying flat on a dialysis machine, so they can't use that arm during dialysis. And that would be at least half of our patients. But we've adapted our art programme so that even with one arm inactive, many of our patients actively engage in everything from painting to mosaic making to macrame and crochet.
We see the arts and humanities in this hospital as having a key role in the health of our patients. It gives people a mode of expression. It also gives us time to reflect on what we might be feeling, what we might be thinking or experiencing within the hospital, and that in itself can bring great healing. Handel was quoted as saying, "I would be disappointed if I just entertained people. I wanted to make them better." Music does make patients better, both in a holistic way, both psychologically and physically as well. Very often creates that, if you like, enjoyment which helps us all get better.